Hold it, chat. Come on. Good start. Keep it low. Keep it low, Dottie. Come on. Well, let's get into the 3200 here. Registered. We are in table 2, bada boo. And on our table, we have got your boy, the legend, Mustafa Knitz up here. Mark Mildenhall, Manig Loser, Zoltan Schmidt, Silvio Costa, Darren Rabinowitz, and Georgios Kapelis from Cyprus. Okay, cool. We're off to a start. Let's put it in Burgundy. We're also going to get the 320 buy-in as well. We'll put that on table 9. 448 here on the flop. Georgios in position on us. Going to start with the check call here. We probably have the best hand with 4s and 6s, but we are at quite a disadvantage being this deep out of position. So we will check call to start and see a turn. Bit of 1/3, okay. Moving on, which is a 5 of hearts. Gives us a gut shot. Does complete potential heart draws as well, though. So it's a little bit of an awkward one here on the turn. And I think against the 2/3 sizing, we'll just give it up and move on. Okay, man. All right. We'll give it up. That's fine. Pick up jacks the next hand. Very good. Very good, the jack and the jack. Now, we are 160 blinds deep here or so that's a lot. We don't want to get this all in pre-flop against anyone at the table, but we do want to play a sizable pot. So let's see how it goes. I mean, we could get it all in if we flop sets or something. But open to 1500 for Mark Mildenhall. We're going to 3-bet here to 6300. And a very quick call. Ace-5 deuce here on the flop. So I'm going to bet. We have a stronger range than Mark on average here, so our range should bet on the ace-5 deuce. Very quick call from Mark. We will check on the turn now. Just check, river's a queen. Well, I think we just lose the pot quite often here. We're probably against a weaker ace. It's a bad spot to bluff, though. And a bit of 9,000 into 25. We'll fold. Unlucky. Bad flop for us with the jacks there, but so be it. What can you do? All right, nice. We flop a good hand in the 3200 here. This is a good start. The ace-5-3, top 2. So we're going to bet. And not big, right? We don't want to just bet because we flop a big hand. We want to tell a consistent story. And what will we continuation bet when we had 9-8? What would we continuation bet when we have king 10? What would we continuation bet when we have ace 9? We would choose about that size. Now on the turn, things are a little bit different here. We would choose a bigger sizing here. Our opponent is capable of having more 2 pairs than us and the occasional straight. But we're not as worried because we have a strong 2 pair, ace-5. So we're ahead of things like 6-5, 6-3, 5-3. We're behind deuce 4 and 4-7, but it's not enough to worry us to not bet here. Of course, we think we have the best hand, We're ahead of ace-7, ace-8, ace-9, ace-10, ace-deuce, ace-4. But we do get raised on the turn from Silvio Costa. So our plan now is just to call, right? Again, it is possible for them to have the 7-4 and the 4-deuce, but it's much more likely they have a bluff or a worse 2 pair or something like that. So we just call and go to a river and hope it's not like a 4 or something. Hope it's not a 4. An 8. Okay. An 8 is fine. 7-9 gets there. So there's 3 possible straights. I guess you could conceivably check raise bluff 7-9 in the turn, but overall, we like our hand with ace-5 here. Especially in an aggressive tournament against good opponents. Like, I think they're going to target us a lot here. We don't really have any straights. I expect a lot of bluffs and looking forward to calling off here. We got. There it is, chat. Double up to 163,000. Huge pot coming our way. We're in a good spot in the 3200 WPT. Come on. Yes. Let's go. Let's go up to the 3200, though. With the ace and the king, Daddy. Mark Mildenhall and Colton Schmidt. Zoltan Schmidt. I keep saying Colton. Zoltan's not a very common name where I'm from. Raised 3-bet to 8,400. Gonna cold call. In position as Zoltan as well, which I like. If we're out of position, I'd probably 4-bet here, but we will call. I don't want to get it all in against Zoltan for 120 blinds, so we'll just call in position. Ace-8-5 of the flop. Great flop for us. We are happy. So how do we make the most money here? We raise flop, actually. This sizing out of position is not theoretically very good, I don't think. 1/5 of pot. So a lot of my range wants to raise. And with the ace-king, it's not like, well, if I just flat here, I'm just going to print money against kings through 10s. It's just not going to happen. Zoltan calls. We see a terrible queen on the turn. Why is it terrible? Because ace-queen suited just got there to top 2 pair. And then also queens just got there to a set of queens. So this is a really bad card for ace-king in a cold call a 3-bet. We want to check on this turn and just see a river. 6. So I think I'm actually going to check back here if it checks to be. I think if we bet, we're asking for a check raise, and we're going to have to fold to a check raise. And if we bet, we'd be trying to get a call from like ace-jack, like ace-x suited, that would just be hero calling, of which there's not that much compared to the other side, which is like getting stacked. I think we want to check back. But let's see what Zoltan elects to do here. Maybe Zoltan bets, in which case it sucks, but we call, and they probably have the same hand. But sometimes have ace, queen, or queens, and it sucks. But getting a pretty good price here with ace, king, we call. Beautiful, man. King 8 turned it into a bluff. Come on, chats. 230K. It's a nice stack, dude. It's a very nice stack. We're in 4th place in the tournament. Yes. Whew. Raise up with jacks against Maniglouser. We get a call. Why? Why do we do this so often, huh? Why do we so often have the ace high flop? We should just bet, though. It's good for our range. Oh, okay. We're fine. It's okay. We had a set on the turn. It's okay. Maybe this is the jacks for us, chat. If it's not, I don't know what's happening. But we bet again. We bet again, 12-5. Oh, boy. We have the nuts, non-flush and straight. What the heck? We must call, chats, with jacks. We must call. We have too strong of a hand in our range, blind versus blinds. I retire from jacks. I retire from jacks. All right, let's get this 320 and 33 then. I'm going to take it up to 6 tables. Let's play this pot here, man. We want to bet on the bigger side in this board texture. Pretty connected. Obviously, we love our hands, so go for the bigger bet size. Silvio. Thanks for a long time in calls. Okay, we have a 6 on the turn. What sizing do we want to bet here? I'm not certain. Go for 19K. We obviously love our hand here, right? If we get check raise, we're beating bluffs, and we're beating them like pretty aggressively. Diamond draws, we're smashing. Straight draws, we're smashing. Straight and diamond draws, we're not. King of the river, check, check. We just, I was really worried we just lost to like king X of diamonds. I was really worried, dude. I was going to be a tilted, bro, but we're up to 177. We call against Silvio in the 3200. We're going to call on the flop as well with the top pair of queens. Jack on the turn, we check. We like our hand. That was a pretty good start. Pretty good start for us. The 13,000 to 19,000. Again, I think it's a close spot here, but we call and then make decisions on the river, which is a king of clubs. It's a really bad river for our hands. For our range of hands, sometimes we have flushes here, but I don't think it really matters for our discussion because we're just not going to be putting more money in here if we see another bet, you know. The 13,600s. Still going to folds. I think they're probably recognizing that our range is really quite weak here with weak queens and 7s and 4s. So trying to get a call from that sort of range on this board texture is what I would assume. I'm going to flat ace king here. We're 70 blinds deep, so 3-bet calling for 70 blinds is fine. But I think it's nice to sometimes induce squeezes here and be a little sneaky every once in a while. So we're going to call in position with ace king. 449 on the flop, which does not help ace king, but we're okay for now. A bit of 4,000, and we'll call. What a turn. This is hopefully where we induce some bluffs here. Let's see. Let's see. 13,000, 2/3 of the pot, or so. 10 on the river. Targeting mainly ace queen and ace jack here. All right, and it folds. 170K, I think. 172K. Manig squeeze it up to 19.9. I think we call with a king queen suited here and go to a flop. So let's do it. If we were offsuit, we'd fold, but we call suited. Pretty good flop. I'm happy with that one. I like that one. 48,000 in the middle. So I don't think we want to raise here, but against a c-bet, we just call and let Manig do their thing. We, of course, lose to aces and kings and ace queen and ace 5 suited. And those are sort of the hands we're worried about. But all the hands that miss from Manig here as well, we're doing very well against. Set of queens. One combo with the set of queens as well. Now we lose to jacks too. Super annoying. I still think we call off here with our king queen, but it's not a great card, you know? Would have preferred a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, an 8, and a 9, whatever. But we're pretty strong here, so we'll call off. Nice, dude. Getting it done. 270,000 in the 3,200. We are in a great spot once again, dude. I think we are in the top 40. I think we're in the top 40. We'll see in a second. Deuce 9 is going to be a fold. Mark Mildenhall going for the raise. think we should 3-bet to 18. Okay. Against Mark, ace suited, you could flat here as well. I'm going to go for the 3-bet though. Same reason behind. A lot of good squeeze stacks. So we're just going to 3-bet instead. We get a call from Mark. Ace, king, jack with 2 hearts. Check, check. And face difficulty on turns and rivers, honestly. When they call our 3-bet, they're often going to have a better hand than us here. And we want to play in a small pot if possible. Okay. We have trip aces. We can still be beat here, but our hand is decent. I'm not even going to value bet. The reason is we're trying to get a call from like king, queen, or king 10. We can't have any good hands. I'm just going to check down. We beat 3s. But really, I mean, what we're trying to get called by on the river if we value bet in this 3-bet pot is king, queen, and king 10 and pocket queens. And it's just like not enough for the times that they have slow played something. I don't think so. Played that super nitty, but I accept it. Silvio Costa makes it 5,000 here with our ace-6 of clubs in the big blind. I think the clear move is to call and flop a flush. Close. The second pair, which is okay. Smarzy, get in there in the 33. I'm happy to hear that, dude. Keep it going. We're going to go for the call here. 1/4 pot with our 6. Turn is a 4. Lead. This is really good for our range. It's not actually good for our hands, but I like leading on the 4 anyways. And we take it. Ace queen suited in the 3200. We raise. We call it all in. Call it 3-bet. Call it 3-bet. Call it 3-bet. That's the plan. Pre-flop. Ooh, we get a flat. Now the squeeze potential is in play. The squeezerine cappuccine could come in here. So I'm gonna raise it up. Calls 3-5-7 board. Pretty bad for ace queen. We have the backdoor spades, but Georgios is gonna interact with this board a lot, and we're out of position to Silvio. So start with a check, and hopefully we get a free turn, which we will a decent amount. We do get a free turn. It's a 10 of spades. Awesome. We pick up a flush draw. We still have the ace high, which is good. I'm going to check here. We can check call a bet from Silvio if it comes in, because ace high is good sometimes. And we have equity now, man. We have a chance to make a big hand, make the nuts. Bets of 6,000 from Silvio. It was pretty interesting. I didn't expect a 6K bet here. Of course we call. Of course, of course. Murray Drover, let's get it, dude. I'm going to be playing in the 3Ks with you in no time. Get in there, man. Good luck with the satellites and stuff. Whoa. He goes bet, raise. So I want to be super tricky, call, and then bluff the river against what is Georgios's likely 10 or bluff. But I think we should fold. We raise king 10 into these two. Okay, Poker Stables, you got top billing now on the 50-inch TV. Make it count. 50-inch TV. Thank you for giving me some screen time, letting me showcase what I have working with 50-inch TV. I'm honored. Thank you. Thank you for the placement. I'll see what I can do. 50-inch. I'll see. Gutter and overcards. Check back. King on the turn is glorious. It's a very happy thing, this king on the turn. So we probably call here. I'm worried about Matthews because Matthews flats in the small blind. Thing that's a little weird is that Matthews probably doesn't have king, queen, or king, jack. So this is all weird, but we'll call and go to a river, which is a 6. I mean, if they shove here, their most likely hand is jack 10 or king 9 suited. I mean, even that, I just don't really know what the heck is happening here. This is just weird, dude. It's just a weird hand. Like, what exactly is flatting small blinds and then leading turn and shoving river? Like, it's just jack 10 is what it looks like, but would jack 10 and like all these broadness not want to reshove pre? I think I probably call, dude. I know they've shoved into 2 people, but I think I probably call because the story is very specific here. Yeah, and that's a good player as well. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can really figure out here is jack 10 or queen 9 suited. That's all I can really think of. I don't know. Ace king 3-bets pre. Ace queen 3-bets pre. Doesn't take this line. King queen, I would assume, shoves pre. So we just call. Yeah. Yeah. 356,000. Again, the main reason is because of their pre-flop range. That's the most important data point in this hand. We'll go through it in a sec. Check back. They're going to have more 4s in their range than we do. But obviously, we have a lot of good turns we like here. Speaking of good turns we like here with the straights is awesome. We want to play it slow, though. Simon's going to bet here a lot. So if they don't, we'll bet. But just let them bet because in their range, they have way more 4s. They have way more 6s and 7s. They have way more straights than we do. So this is a spot where I expect a lot of bluffs on the river as well. Now the question is, do we raise river? Do we raise river with 8-5? We only raise if they bet small. If they bet like 15,000 or something, we raise. If they bet like 30K or more, we just call. Okay, we'll raise. We need to take a little bit of time before we do so, though. Wow. We have a lot of chips, man. 385. That is a great spot to be in this 3K. 10s, we're going to raise this up in the main event here. Pulls around to Mark Milden Hall. We'll call a jam here with this hand. It's really good. We got jammed on. We call. Big spot. Hold it, chat. Hold it, chat. Come on. Good start. Keep it low. Keep it low, Dottie. Come on. Barry Greenstein, what are you doing today, man? Barry, why? In this tournament, why, Barry? Why? Why are we doing this, Barry? This is the biggest tournament of the day. Did you see my clip yesterday, Barry? None of that. No room for that garbage today, Barry. Someone didn't ship Barry Greenstein the memo on that one. Let's call for 4,200 here. 5-3 suited. Check folds on this board where we completely miss. Okay, let's figure out the math here. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 7 levels. 50 minutes for 2 levels. So we're at 50, 150, 61, 75, plus what we have left here. 183 minutes of play, plus breaks. So we pick up a gutter here. Not going to bet, though. Their check back is so protected. I think I just checked. 185 minutes, 12, 1, 2, 3, 30. It's going to fish 3:30 a.m. And that's in the morning. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, do we win the pot? Is it possible against the King Jack or the King 10 that we possibly win the pot here? Holy smokes. Probably not, but you never know. Prince Daddy's got 4s, man. Would have been a nice... we didn't actually. This is a good start, dude. This is really nice. How about we do it? Let's do it, man. I get a call from Marius. Jack A5, pretty connected drivey board as well. Want to bet on the bigger side here. So we're going to bet 75% or so on the Jack A5. Passing your left, that's fun. I know. So sick. Bet get a call, 6 of hearts on the turn. So 9-7 straight gets there, which is possible, but not the most likely of the bunch. I think we continue... Oof. Yeah, I think we continue to bet here. It's really sick against raises. It's really, really gross. Because I think there's going to be a lot of combo draws, but then also they have a lot more 2-pair combos than we do, you know? I am hoping Jack 8 and Jack 5 and 8-5 are going to raise flop a lot. I'm going to worry about 8-6 and 5-6 and Jack 6. It would have been really sick against a raise, but thankfully they just fold. The Queen Jack suited, though, is worth it. So we'll raise to 9,000 here. Open, get a call from Michael Kane. It's not often you bet this close to half pot, but I like it in this instance because of the stack setup. So we're going to bet 43% here with the Queen Jack. We want to see bet a lot because we open under the gun. There's a decent argument for checking this hand, but I'm just defaulting to you raise under the gun. Your range is much stronger equity-wise. Just bet. Now we see a small raise. We're definitely continuing. It's Michael Kane here. So let's call and see a turn. Double gutter. Great spot to start bluffing. We probably give Michael Kane a double up when they have 10-8. But against the rest, I think we're going to have a pretty decent opportunity at getting them to fold. And of course, we can hit a king or a 9 to make a straight as well. So I bet 42,000 puts 120, 160. 38K so that I have good leverage on the river here. And I think we still go for it here. I think it's pretty unlikely that Michael has an ace. They're 10-8, 8-5, 10-5. All that just got counterfeit. So we're going to go for the shove. And hopefully they didn't check raise with an ace, but I don't think they're going to do that too often. Every once in a while with like a weak ace. But yeah, we'll go for the bluff. And the sweat is on, chat. Trip aces. Fair enough. Never trying to get an ace to fold there, so I can live with that. It's obviously unfortunate to lose a lot of chips, but I like it. I like it. I like our hand played, to be honest. Turn such a good card for a range. There's just not much ace-x I don't think that is going to raise flop. I wouldn't have expected ace-9. I would have expected ace-9 to flat here and more like small ace-x. Check with ace-deuce here. Turn ace. Beautiful spot for us to keep betting with the double gutter. River ace. Again, more likely we have an ace than Michael. Counterfeits their 2 pairs. Queen high, good bluffing hand. I like it, dude. I mean, it's sad because they won the pot, but, you know. Speaking of raising with small aces, we're going to put one in right now. We're going to raise it to 14,000. I don't think Michael should be betting too much here, out of position. So we're going to put in a small raise with our ace deuce. It's essentially like a thin value range raise. I don't expect Michael to continue with many worse hands than ace deuce here for what it's worth, except for like some big draws. But just range-wise, I don't think they should bet too much there. Ace-6 suited in the small blind. Oh, man. Oh, man. 2.5x. So I think 3-betting against this sizing is probably not a good idea, especially based on the opponent we're up against. So I think we have to call. And I don't like doing this, but it's got to be better than folding. One of the really annoying parts about this hand is that Patrick Leonard is behind in the big blind and put like so much pressure on. But we flop and then not flush draw, which is great. So hopefully we see Michael put in a c-bet here. That's what we want to see. Because then we can just very simply go for a check raise. A very draw heavy board, by the way, this one. Bet a 12K. What sizing do we want to choose here? I think jam, dude. You think about all of the draws we have here. I don't want to flat out of position. All the straight draws and flush draws. We probably just want to jam 10x. What if we want to do a 7x, though? We really weight our range to draws by jamming. Raise less than all in to 48K because Michael. Obviously, we're calling off and we're not folding. Even if they just call on the turn, we're going to be getting 2-1 on shoving with an overcard and a flush draw. So we're committing ourselves, but I think this sizing gives us more strong hands in our range. I'm hoping anyways. Okay. Full house wins. We are out of the tournament, guys. GG, 234th position. Good luck to pads.